Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, y'all. Another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at the VIX, and today's going to be an interesting day. Let's say that, the FOMC rate decision is today at 2, and then we had the minutes at 2:30, or the speech, at 2:30. So just be careful. I always say trade carefully, right? So, trade accordingly. Let's say that. So it's interesting that the VIX is just moving sideways, right? So our resistance is around 1789. Support is around this level of 1764, or, down here to about 1754. So I would definitely watch this zone for the VIX, right? Now, where are the trouble places to the upside? And I would definitely, if we break above the 1794, which is around the 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart, just know we can come back and retest this 1803 or 1804 area. If we break through that 1832 and then again at 1844, those are going to be trouble places to the upside for the VIX. Now, if by chance we break that 1844, just know we can come back and retest 1871. Above the 1871, we can come back to, let's get back to that. Above the 1871, we can come back to 1905. Normally when the VIX is up, the SPY is normally down, right? So let's go back to look at the downside for the VIX. Under 1756, just know we'll have trouble around 1744 or the 1740 area. If we break that level, just know we can come back to 1721. Under 1721, we can come back to the 1712, which is the ATR trailing stop on this 30-minute chart. So if we break that 1712, we can come back to 1699, 1688, under 1688, 1671. Now, if we break that 1671 area, we could very well come back to the 1655 to 1641 area, which was a previous gathering spot, right? So, again, we look at the VIX just to give an idea of the SPY. So, we're going to go look at the SPY just to see that we are trading sideways, right? So, again, looking at it on this 30-minute chart, the SPY closed at 563.07, and we've had a gathering. We just been trading sideways, right? So I would definitely say trade carefully today. I think everybody's just waiting it out to see, which direction the market wants to move. Again, the high of this candle is 563.92, so it really hasn't moved much at all. So where are the trouble places, right? So for the SPY, if we break above this level of 564.20, just know 564.56, 564.84, 565.31, 565.63, 566.14, 566.26, and if we break that 566.26, that's a lot of numbers, right? So if we break that level, just know 566.58 is the high from yesterday, and considering we've already made a new high, we could very well break through that. So don't think that just because we made a high and got rejected yesterday that we're automatically coming down. Again, y'all, I say often that in the market anything is possible, nothing is guaranteed, so trade carefully today. Now, to the downside for the SPY, if we break this level of support 563.47, just know that we can have trouble 563.15, again at 562.91, and 562.70, under that 562.53, 562.25, all the way down to 561.97. Now on that 562.25 area, there is another place at 562.05 before we come back to the 561.93. So I would definitely watch those places to the upside and to the downside for the SPY today. The market is going to be interesting, let's say that, right? So we are now looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 227.87. And as you can see, we are creating a gathering. It's trading in a zone in this gathering spot. This line we had at resistance was around 229.11. We've broken through that. So our next level of resistance as of now is 229.94. If we should break that level, just know we're going to have trouble around the 230.82. If we break the 230.82, 231.06 is going to be a trouble place, which is the ATR trailing stop. And we have a line there at 231.15. So we have to definitely be careful in that area for Tesla Tesla around the 230, 115 area. If we break that, just know that we can come back to 232. Beyond 232, 232.54 is going to be a trouble place, or could be a trouble place, let's say that. And beyond that level of 232.54, was it 232.54? Just know 233.17. Beyond the 233.17, 233.79. And if we break that, 234.57 could be a trouble place for Tesla to the upside. Now, if we continue climbing above that 234.57, just know we can have trouble around 236.29. That could be a trouble place for Tesla. If we break that area, just know 238.18. And keep in mind, Tesla normally exceeds its ATR for the day, meaning it goes beyond the amount that the average true range of the stock. And as of right now, the average true range is $10.50. Again, that can be in either direction for Tesla, so trade carefully. Now, to the downside, if we break back under 228.03 or 228.10 area, just know that we could have trouble here at 227.31, 226.54, 226.13, 225.28 or 21 area. Under that, 224.58. Under 224.58, 223.93. Those are going to be trouble places for Tesla to the upside and to the downside. Now, again, y'all, anything is possible. I say that often, right? Today will be a very interesting day because it seems like everybody's waiting, right? So AMD is doing the same thing here, moving sideways. Everything is waiting, it seems as if, right? So to the upside, if by chance we get for AMD back above 150.92, 151.17, 151.53, 152.21, which is, I have a line here and ATR trailing stop. That 152.21 is where the ATR trailing stop is, so we could have trouble there. If we should break that level, just know 152.62, and again at 152.98, 153.27, and 154.02. Those are going to be trouble places for AMD to the upside. Now, if by chance it decides to go to the downside, if we break under this level 150.51, just know that we can have trouble around 150.04. Again here at 149.63 area, under the 149.63, 148.99. If we break that 148.99, which is the 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart, just know 148.25. If we break the 148.25, we can come back to this gathering spot area here, which is around the 147.57 all the way to the 147.14. So I would definitely watch those places for AMD if I traded AMD today. Again, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. It is the market, right? So that's something to be mindful of, right? So we're now looking at NVIDIA. It too is trading in this zone. We do have support here at 115.36, and as you can see, we've been at this area for a while, so I would definitely watch this 115.39. We came down to test this area only to bounce here, so let's say to the upside, if by chance we break above the 115.79, just know we can have trouble at 116.16. If we break the 116.16, we can have trouble again at 116.34. If we break the 116.34, 116.66, if we should break that level, just know 117 is going to be a trouble place for us. Now, if we break that 117.25, just know 117 that 117.32 area, we could possibly have trouble here around the 117.60. Beyond 117.60, we can have trouble around 117.88. Beyond 117.88, 118.18, and then again at 118.55. Those are trouble places for NVIDIA to the upside. Now, if by chance we decide to break under this level of the 115.31, just know we can find support at 114.93. Under 114.93, we can come back and retest this 114.83 here, and which is really close, right? So under that 114.83, 113.34 is going to be a trouble place for us. Under 113.34, we could have trouble around the 112.68 or 65 area for NVIDIA. So if you trade any of these today, I would always say trade carefully. Definitely look for some volatility or some movement in the market around closer to 2 o'clock and, closer to the 2:30 area. So I always say y'all trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. And once it goes against your why, get out. Make sure you have your stop losses. And if you don't use that, your mental stop loss, whatever it is that you use, get out. I always say live live to trade another day. And I always say be grateful and not greedy. Go in, get your profit, and get out. So yeah, y'all, I hope these videos are very, very helpful. I always say that I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very productive day. If you could, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we learn and we grow together, right? So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.